Yes, calling the meeting to order, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. For the Council of Aging. Hopefully I speak loud enough. Is it on? Start over again.
Yep.
We're going to be on videotape anyway.
Yep.
Better than
Oh. Do I sign too? Yeah.
That will reach me. Welcome to the Council on Aging meeting of November the 1st at 2 p.m. I'm going to call the meeting to order, and let's see about calling the reading of the minutes of last month.
Okay, I have something to say in regards to the minutes that others may have seen. It's come to my attention that you may not have gotten a finalized copy because there were a lot of mistakes in the copies that first went out, from what I understand. And I mean a lot. So I want you to know that it's not only me that does the minutes nowadays. Mike goes through them, he makes changes, and he adds what he needs to add to it. Usually Mike is the last one to see the minutes before they go out. So if anybody needs to discuss any of the minutes or has anything they want to say about them, that they should, I guess now, speak. I want them to speak, please.
I make a motion that we table the acceptance of the minutes until the next meeting. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, the minute, it's moved to table acceptance of the minutes until the next meeting, until there's an opportunity to check them out more thoroughly. And I might add, as it's tabled, so there's no discussion on that motion, but since I'm up next, I'm upset about the minutes too, because I'm going over the treasurer's report. There's things in there that I personally did not put in there. So, but the minutes are, and so the treasurer's report is also tabled. Did I have a second on that?
No second.
All in favor? Okay,
Aye.
no more discussion on those two motions. Moving on.
Okay, so what do we do now?
Old business.
Old business. Okay.
So we have the
So we do have the COVID positive cases. The senior center has been notified, the senior center has been notified of 5 seniors over the course of the last several months who, after participating in a program, has tested positive for COVID. Tracing these seniors confirmed they acquired the virus from activities outside of the center, came to the center while they were feeling okay, and then had symptoms or identified someone they had close contact with other than the center that tested positive and notified us of their positive status. And then our building policy included the SR, CTR and CAC requires masks or social distancing in rare cases. When masks are not possible or prohibitive to participate in activities, the only class that does not don masks is yoga. All other wear masks. And we push hand sanitizing, have stations at entrances, and place hand sanitizers at every table used for activities, cards, quilting, meals. We track aggressively the vaccine status and rigorously require folks that have not been vaccinated to mask and require, regardless of activities and practicing social distancing. And I think,
We want to see any business? What do we have to accept?
the board improvement is, is that what's next?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay. The mayor has processed the appointment for the entire board and has sent them to the council for confirmation. It's likely they will be considered and voted on November 15th, the meeting of the council.
Do we have to be there for that? That rings a bell for me. I don't know why, but it rings a bell. Okay.
Do we have anything else? New business?
business as far as the senior center. Our outreach coordinator position has been advertised and resumes have been received. Much more responses than the first round interviews. We'll start scheduling interviews on November 16th. We're also happy to announce that Robert Cormier, our maintenance technician for the past 6 and 7 years, was promoted. He was given promotion to facilities manager for the Gardner Senior Center. This promotion reflects his primary responsibilities to maintaining our building and is so deserved. Then we also have our 4th COVID vaccine clinic is scheduled November 17th. We have the capacity to do almost 400 vaccines. Our total number as of today was 250. 51 people signed up for the COVID vaccine booster clinic. Everyone who received the vaccine from our clinics last spring was called. They were contacted by phone, either by our volunteers or by an all-call, and the response has been exceptional. This has been a volunteer-intensive project. The last booster clinic we gave over 100 COVID vaccines and over 100 flu vaccines, and we're supposed to do 3 to 4 times more this time around.
I have a question, just
Yes.
a quick question. What is the date on that?
The 17th of November.
And is that a Wednesday?
It is,
Okay, thank you.
and it's at the Chair City Church again.
Nancy, before you mentioned Robert, what's the thing you mentioned before that?
What was before Robert?
Yeah.
Oh, the outreach coordinator position. We had Ann Boucher was in that position
Right.
for a little bit over 2 months, 3
Yeah.
months. And then she sadly had to leave because of her children and her
That
grandchildren.
starts, when starts when?
We have interviews on November 16th, and then continuing that week.
Gotcha, thank you.
As you might all know, we are in the middle of open enrollment for Medicare, Medicaid. Enrollment, and have done tons of connections with seniors accessing and trying to access the 2 Medicare advisors. We will have representatives from Fallon, Blue Cross Blue Shield at the November 17th clinic as well to provide access to information and materials for seniors that need to change their plans. The next thing is holiday meals. Thanksgiving Day meal registration open today. The Elks will host. We will provide in-house and drive-up meals on Thanksgiving Day. Drive-through starts at 11. In-house starts at 12:30 at the Elks. Volunteers are needed. Christmas meals will be conducted as a drive-through at the senior center. We are working with area institutions on requiring foods for Christmas to do meal prep and packaging here on Wednesday the 22nd. And I know Michael did mention that we did want a lot of the board to come and help out with that and others. So if you know anyone, please let us know.
What date is that?
That is December 22nd. And then a few new programs he wants me to let you know about is a seasonal stroll on November 8th. The Australia Armchair Travel on November 29th with Gardner Rehab. Dennis Cormier concert coming up on November 15th. And the Thomas Roll Holiday Concert on December 6th. And there will be a small Christmas party on that day also. Golden Ages Club is meeting again at the center, and AARP will be meeting hopefully at the beginning of the year. City IT department, all types of work here, and it has certainly improved our performance. New phones have allowed for more people to simultaneously, make outbound calls and receive inbound calls. We have seen this just be a wonderful thing for our volunteers, and as we continue to get more calls in, we just can do so much more. Improvements to the mock desktop have allowed for more access to printing capabilities. Anne was having some issues with her printer, so we did connect her into ours. Improvement to the network have improved access to all the building, mitigated to Office 365, provided access to information including email during off hours and when off-site, We'll be connecting to fiber optics soon, which will give us more stability and access to internet services during power outages. Lines and signs, we have a tremendous support for the center. Last month, they came in and repainted the parking lot lines. We are working with lines and signs as well as traffic commission to reallocate our overnight parking spots, removing the overnight spots from the building side of the lot to support our plowing folks. With the pod and the shed and the dumpster, overnight parking on both sides of the lot, it's made it difficult for our plow people to find a place to put the snow. He also wants me to let you know about the center closure dates. We'll be closed on Veterans Day. We're closed on Thanksgiving, and we'll be at Elks, as stated. We'll be closed the day after Thanksgiving, and we're closed Christmas Eve, and also closed New Year's Eve.
Nancy, could I
Yes.
have a copy of this?
You may. Yep, I'll make a copy.
And I'm gonna make a copy of this list so you can put it in this
Perfect.
house, okay?
I think that's everything I have.
Can I mention something, the Fallon thing that the representative that came in
Yes.
October? There was a scheduling mix-up on that, and the newsletter said one date, and that was the day of the clinic.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm a Fallon member, so I came to the meeting, there was no meeting. And we finally got a hold of Mike at the clinic, and they had rescheduled to the next day.
Yes.
And I think my recommendation would be that I had a crowd of irate people in the parking lot.
Oh, no.
And once they
Okay.
found out I was on
Yes.
the board, they thought that I could fix the situation,
Yeah.
you know, just like that.
Yeah.
And I said, no, but I just said, you know, what's going on? Like, so we changed it to the next day.
Right.
And a lot of people said, well, I can't come, I have to watch my grandchildren, whatever. But they were getting kind of irate, I was
Yeah.
getting nervous.
So we do have him scheduled to come back on the 10th,
Right.
so I can call some people to let them know.
But I think if something like that has changed from the newsletter to another day, that, you know.
Some
phone-
signage.
An email alert or a phone bomb
Yeah.
would be the order of the day. I think a lot of people would set the plan accordingly.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I didn't fear for my life, but I had, I
Thank
there
Probably
were-
should
Thank
have.
you, Rich, for
there were
that.
a couple moments there that I thought, maybe this could go another way,
Yeah,
you know? But thank you.
absolutely. Oh, you're welcome.
Okay, do we have,
I'll turn this on.
do we have anything for open discussion? Anybody want to bring anything up?
We're at open discussion already.
Things are moving right along.
I'm gonna, just a couple of loose ends, all right? The Red Apple Farm, outing that we had in September.
Sorry, I'm just looking up the dates.
Yeah, the Red Apple Farm outing that we had in September. You know, I go around and ask people, you know, tell people I'm on the board, what would they like to see in the senior center, and you get all sorts of comments. But I got a lot of comments about the Red Apple Farm and about the quality of the food. And people didn't particularly care for it at all. The food was cold, and they didn't like being outside. So I just wanted that to be duly noted. As far as, you know, people said, well, did we pay for the food? It was $10, and so did the senior center pay for the food in addition to our thing? You know, I didn't have any of this problem. If they didn't know,
We did discuss to maybe do it earlier next year, so
Yeah.
that it's not,
Longer.
yeah, that'll be
you know,
more,
I think a lot, that was a nation of cold, and the food
Yes.
wasn't that great. So that was the consensus. And then the other thing is that I had been talking to the director of the Office of Elder Affairs in Boston, which I had mentioned in September's meeting about reaching out to the gay and lesbian community as far as people who might be out there very lonely and didn't realize that they're more than welcome to be here.
absolutely.
So, and they had suggested for me to talk to other senior centers, contact them, see what they're doing as far as outreach. And so what I'm basically saying to you, all of you, is there are two ways to go about doing this. I can go as a official representative of the board, or I can do this on my own as far as finding out, you know, what do they do? And they report back. So I didn't want to go ahead and do something without the board's permission.
So you will see very soon that we already do have some plans to have a group. Yeah,
You have what?
we do have plans to have a group,
LGBT.
LGBT.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Was
you'll
this at
see-
the last meeting?
No, you'll see it in the newsletter and you'll see it in email very
Okay.
soon.
Right, but we were looking at, you know,
Is that for seniors?
Yep, for seniors and over 50.
They could
50
be
and over.
parents.
they're actually
Yep.
supposed, yeah,
Parents.
the Office of Elder Care is supposed to get back to me as far as, some senior centers across the state, because they do it by state. Each senior center operates kind of on its own in regards, as far as their outreach to the community. And, there are some senior centers that have been very successful reaching out to that community. So I'm supposed to hear back from them on which centers are doing, you know, are being successful in that regard.
Yeah.
But like I said, I just didn't want to go ahead and do something and not keep you guys informed, but also not do something without your permission.
Yeah.
I like to keep my nose clean.
Yes.
But you'll see it very soon.
Okay.
And we also have a, what was it called? The, support group for people who are taking care of their elderly parents or, yeah, different things. So it's on our radar
Good,
and we're aware, yeah.
great.
We're excited about that, yeah.
Can't wait to see it.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
But like I said, I just don't want to go ahead and contact groups that you guys know about it or not. You know, I don't want to do anything underhanded.
Okay, does anybody else have anything they want to bring up for open discussion?
I'll make a motion to, we end the meeting or close the meeting?
I second it.
Okay.
We did good, huh?
Yeah. Without Mike here.
Is there a reason why the meeting is going to be on the 13th of December? Was there something going on? We're going to
Yeah.
make a notation of that
The second Monday, right?
second Monday of the month of December.
Yeah.
So there's something must be going on on the first Monday.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't remember.
Yeah, but anyways, Mike has it listed that we have the next board meeting on the 13th
Yeah.
at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, definitely, I guess, right?
It says date change due to senior programming.
Yeah.
So
Well,
that's different.
I'd like to mention that the Shine meeting that I went to was extremely helpful, very informative.
Which is good.
She does shine, right? She takes people. She does.
Gail still
Yeah,
doing it?
it's wonderful.
Is Gail still doing it? Yeah, she's good, she knows her stuff.
How come there was a conflict with us on Wednesday? I thought Shine is on Monday. No,
No, it's Fallon. The conflict is Fallon.
because she was in that room. We were
Oh,
gonna have
yes.
our board meeting.
Yeah, that was just a
That's a,
miscommunication.
oh, that's right, so we don't have to worry
No.
about it. Oh, I thought
Okay, then
You didn't talk about, board appointments.
we don't have any at the moment.
Oh,
So is that this part,
I think you're talking about new people.
the
well,
board?
no, I mean, you moved up on to being the president, right? That means there's a vacant voting position available?
Not at the moment.
Well, Sandy's gone. I'm not seeing something here. Help me out.
Sandy's not one of us.
So
she's
Ron
not a
has
voting
taken
member.
over her place.
Correct.
Right?
Correct,
He
yeah,
was
he's
already-
already-
I was the vice chairman, I am now acting
Yeah, so
together
we're vacant
for the
the
time
vice
being.
chair.
He was a voting member.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he had to go to the mayor's office and everything to be sworn in, right?
That was back in March.
So who's, did they select somebody to take over?
We are waiting, the mayor has prepared a new listing of officers, so we are not going to do anything
Okay.
until we hear from the mayor as to who he wants on the board and what positions and how things will go. I believe he's planning up something after the election is tomorrow,
Correct.
and he's got it ready to go up to the city council at the November meeting. But we are not doing anything until we hear from the mayor.
Good,
So I'll just-
I didn't know what was going on, that's all.
So I'll just reread, where it says appointments. The mayor has processed the appointments for the entire board and sent them to the council for confirmation. It's likely they will consider and vote on the November 15th meeting for the
Okay.
council.
That's good to know, just wanted to stay informed. You got it.
Thank you very much. See you next month.